Good afternoon. This is Ivan O'Mara. Hope you guys enjoy my show I made yesterday. I made a video at 2:30 in the. I made a 2.5 hour video in the morning, but I had to wait like 6 hours for my video to upload. So I ended up deleting the video and I made the other video at nighttime yesterday. I just finished my shift. I go over it. Today was busy, man. It was busy, but today I'm going to fill in that paper for Welfare Quebec because I don't want to work anymore. I just want to collect my checks and focus on my book, Xanus. Because Xanus is the last hope for me. We just be king and queen, right? Yeah. Yeah. When you still work part-time, I'm going to ask the office at Welfare Quebec, can I collect my 800 and work maybe once or twice a week? Because 800 a month is not enough. I need a bit more money. That way, what? And Shadow Lawyer didn't contact me back. Chances are they're not going to contact me because it's $21 an hour for the dishwasher there, and that's above minimum wage. So chances are I didn't get the job right. I prefer to just collect welfare checks. So I can work, I can sign the paper tomorrow, and I'll tell the Coco 40 boss I can work for you for like 2 more weeks. Like next week and the week after that, and after that I'm done. And in the end of August I get my first welfare check, obviously. But Denty's, I don't want to quit that. I want to work part-time at Denty's. I want to work part-time at Denty's and then collect my $800 checks from the government. So I can work full-time on my book. Samsara? Yeah, because my book is the last hope for me if you to be a king queen, man. Yeah, and God gave me the curse keys to the kingdom, but that's how I opened my door, right? Yeah. 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 I know you don't like the keys, you have anxiety, and you have mental health issues and all that stuff, but that's how you open the door, man. I know you hate the fact that I won't read your mind, but that's how you make your easy billions, man. God gave you the keys for a reason. The gatekeepers locked everything on you, man. He locked all the doors on you. That's why I had no choice but to go with the keys. That's why I can live that great billionaire life of VJ. I'm sorry. Yeah. Are you gonna pick up your check today, Ivan? I did these. No, I'll pick it up tomorrow. I'll just pick up tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I'll pick up my check tomorrow. I'll bite the dingies tomorrow. I'll pick up my check tomorrow, my tip tomorrow. I get like my $200 check. I have like no money in my bank right now, but I have my $130 tax money that I got. So I'll cash that and I get $200 at Dinty's. I'll have like $300 in my bank. Let's see. The next Thursday I get like my $600 at Coco 40, but next Thursday I'm vlogging with Tony, right? At the bar. Yeah. Ow, my shoulder. I'm vlogging with Tony at the bar next week, right? So stay tuned for that video world, right? Yeah. 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 Ivan, is your book really a masterpiece? Yes, it is. You'll find out what I mean when you read it. It's a masterpiece. My book, right? It's a masterpiece. The best fights ever written, man. Yeah, man. Best fans ever written. Yeah, that's why the Gates want to control my brand. Because they're greedy. They're greedy psychopaths, obviously, right? Yeah. All the hundreds of tunes that will goes to you, and you want to steal my, I don't know, my 20 billion off my book, man. You're fucking crazy. You're not touching my money, man. Zero. Why not supposed to be VJ? It's not for you. You're just a greedy psychopath. Yeah. I'm not gonna let you steal my money when you dupe my wife Victoria Justice in Hollywood, man. She has the keys and she's only worth $20, which means you duped her. If I sell out, you're gonna destroy my life and you're gonna dupe me too. Some sound? Yeah. Some sound? I have the keys, I don't have to sell to you. The money off the book is mine, it's not yours. Some Sarah. It's me, VJ's, it's not yours. Yeah. So Ivan, you do have symbolism to VJ's life. Yes, I do. Yeah. With Xanus, you have a Clash of Kings. You have Tactius, the prince from the Heavenly Kingdom. Obviously, he goes to war with the Double Wolf King in the south. Ephesus, the King of the Mountains, and Eritad, the Double Wolf King of the South. As the gatekeepers are the kings and queens of the earth, obviously, because of the royal family. They're the gatekeepers. And I'm the king from the heavens, obviously. But because I'm from the heavens, I created a universe with VJ. Me and her are the rightful heirs, even in the earth. And you also get that symbolism in Xanus. I almost pulled so for you. Yeah. And the Great Escape, me and VJ, we escaped from a big criminal empire. Just like once I pay the fee, I find out how dirty the gatekeepers really are. Once I pay the fee, I escape from their wicked system, obviously in Hollywood and that they own the world. I escape from that, and I get my freedom with VJ. That's why God gave you the keys, Ivan. That way you can get your freedom with your wife VJ. That's how it works. The keys. People just hand you because they're obvious, Ivan. That's how you open the door. Yeah. Yeah, but I know I have a mental illness because the gatekeepers gave me the mental illness. That's why I have constant anxiety when I'm in public. I tremble at everything. Yeah, it's bad. And when people hate on me with the keys, that's when I feel like coming out. Because they're hating on me, and it takes getting used to, man. And sometimes I ask myself, God, man, how the fuck can you give me these keys, man? This is like a curse, man. Like, everywhere I go, like, I have anxiety issues in public and all that stuff. And I understand why my father gave me the keys. He had no choice, man, because the gatekeepers locked everything on me around the world, man. And so I need to open my own doors so I can make my money, my billions. Me and VJ can make our billions. That's how it works, Simon. That's how the keys work. Yeah. The noise goes viral worldwide. People talk. And they're talking because you're opening the door. And that's how you make your easy billions. That's how it works. And they're just hating on you because they're envious, Ivan. Ignore the haters, Ivan. They're just hating on you because they're envious, right? Yeah. Yeah. So when the gates knock you out with that rock, they fried your brain. Yeah, obviously. They obviously did something to my brain because I'm a stupid person. I struggled in school my whole life. I'm a dumb guy, and I lost memory of my identity, my nature, and my wife. So they fried my brain. They fucked up my brain, man. And once I found out I had the keys, now it's what? Now the anxiety is really bad. I have anxiety issues. I get depressed too about the keys too. And because I have psychosis, schizophrenia, obviously. What do you think caused the mental illness? I don't know. Either the rock that they knocked me out with, or when I was born, when I was conceived in the womb, maybe my stepmother was drinking or alcohol and all that stuff. And I went online. If they drink alcohol, that can affect that can give you a mental illness. Yeah. And the keys makes everything worse, obviously, right? It triggers the anxiety, obviously. Because I know everyone will read my mind, man. That's why I have anxiety issues in public, yeah. So, but Ivan, God had no choice. He had to give you the keys, man. Because the gatekeepers locked everything on you. If you didn't have the keys, you'd be working minimum wage for the rest of your life. Or you sell to them and they dupe you and steal all your billions and give you the peanuts. Like VJ right in Hollywood. I sell, I'm only worth like, I don't know, $50 million in Hollywood. They steal all my billions, man. Dupe me when they're already making their 100 trillions around the world. The gatekeepers. They're greedy pigs, Ivan. Yeah, they have an envy. They're never gonna let you be a billionaire. It's not gonna happen, Ivan. They have an envy. Greedy VJ, right? Yeah. They're envious. Even VJ hates something with the keys too. VJ hates me with the keys. Sometimes when I sleep and everything, and I think all these thoughts, I can hear VJ talking. She hates on me with the keys too, because VJ envies the fact that my keys are worth a lot and hers are 100% useless. That's why she also hates on me with the keys. Because VJ got duped by the gate. She may be rich in Hollywood, but she's a dirty slave. She's a cell in Hollywood. And what? And her keys are 100% useless. Was even though I'm poor, my keys are worth a lot. I upload my videos on my Sabotage channel, the whole world's tuning in. I have the keys to the kingdom. Yeah. So while all the doors are locked on me, the whole world's still tuning into my channel, my Sabotage channel, because I have the keys. That's why God gave me the keys. So I can promote my book, my products on my Sabotage channel. You guys know about my channel and everything, and when I release my book on Lulu, you guys will know I have the keys to the kingdom, right? Yeah. You guys are connected to my mind. Yeah. So the keys is magic. Yeah, the keys is the power of God. It's magic, obviously. I don't know how I did it. My father programmed my mind with the keys. It's obviously a supernatural. I have a supernatural special brain whereby you guys can read my mind, right? Everything I think, I see in my head, you guys can see it because of hence the keys, right? Yeah, that's how I open my door. Yeah. And that's easy money. That's power, man. Keys is easy, billions is power. Uploads on my Lulu, like within 3 minutes, the whole world is aware of the Lulu site and everything. Yeah, it's power. That's why the gates want me to sell, because they don't want me having that kind of power and money. VJ. Yeah. Samsara. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, your stepmother really tell you your book's number one? Yeah, she told me that. She's like, Xanus is number one, which means it's better than all the Hollywood IPs in Hollywood. Yeah. Better than all the IPs in Hollywood. So the Star Wars originals, Dune. I guarantee John Campy thinks I'm crazy. Ivan, you're fucking crazy. You think Xanus is better than Denis Villeneuve's Dune 2. Yes, John Campio, it's better than Denis Villeneuve's Dune 2. It's better than the Star Wars sequels. Obviously. Yeah. Ivan, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I like Force Awakens the best. And the worst for me is Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is hands down the worst one because the story was a mess. Whereas Last Jedi, at least you had a cohesive story with Luke and all that stuff. But the whole thing about Luke being a hermit, I didn't like, obviously. But Last Jedi is not a terrible movie. It's a pretty good movie. But, like, Last Jedi is a pretty good movie, but it's not a great Star Wars movie. That's my point. That's why I don't really like it. It's not a good Star Wars movie, but in terms of a story, it's pretty good. As Rian Johnson's a very talented, I think he's a very, very talented director. I don't think he was good for Star Wars, but it was not a great Star Wars movie. As having Luke be a hermit, I think was a terrible idea, as he split the fan base doing that. I don't like Luke being a hermit, and him trying to kill Kylo Ren and all that stuff. So sorry. Yeah. But Rian Johnson, even though Last Jedi was not that great of a Star Wars movie, he's a very talented director. As Knives Out was an amazing movie, and I heard his Looper movie was amazing too. He's a very talented director, but he wasn't good for Star Wars, obviously. They should have chose someone else. I think J.J. Abrams should have directed at least Star Wars 7 and Star Wars 8. Obviously. Yeah. But the sequels, they were a mess because there was no really cohesive story. You build up the character of Finn and Rey, and then in Last Jedi, they just gave Ryan the keys to the kingdom. Do whatever you want to do, and then it didn't really coincide with with Star Wars 7, because you have Finn kissing Rose when you built up the vibe with Rey and Finn in the first one. That's why it's a bit messy. And the world didn't expect Luke to be a hermit, obviously, but Rian Johnson had Luke be a hermit, which I think was a very bad idea. Yeah, but Last Jedi is not bad. It's a pretty good movie. I like Force Awakens better, but Last Jedi was not a great Star Wars movie. That's my point. That's why I don't really like it, obviously. Because at the end of the day, it is a Star Wars movie. In terms of a Star Wars movie, it wasn't that great. But it wasn't like... I'm not going to say it's like a trash movie. Like, the movie's pretty good, but it's not a great Star Wars movie, right? That's my point. In other words, Rian Johnson was not the best man for Last Jedi, because he split the fan base with his plot with Luke obviously being a hermit. I remember I saw him do this, I was shocked. I'm like, what the fuck? Luke just threw his lightsaber? What the fuck is going on here? I remember I saw the trailer, it is time for the Jedi to end. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. When she says you cut yourself off in the Force, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't expect that. Luke would never cut himself off in the Force, right? Yeah. But Rise of Skywalker, that's a mess, man. That's by far the worst Star Wars movie. But you can also argue it's better than Last Jedi 2. It's a back and forth with Last Jedi and Star Wars 3. Sometimes I watch Star Wars 3, I think that's better. Sometimes I watch Last Jedi, I think Last Jedi is better. I'd probably give the edge to Last Jedi over Star Wars 3. Star Wars 3 was a mess. Yeah, man, that's why John Boyega was very, very pissed off, because they pushed his character to the side, man. But John Boyega doesn't have to worry about me pushing his character to the side. I'm going to give him his time to shine. He's going to fight Bull, the Pit Watcher, the Devil Wolf in the war. So John Boyega will get his time to shine in my movie. The main focus is on me, but John Boyega will get his moment to shine in my Zane's movie, obviously. I'm also paying him a massive contract, $23 million, right, for John Boyega. It's a dumb one. I'm saying his British action, yeah. It's a dumb one. Everyone else is dumb one. I'm like, no, John, you get 10. Stop being greedy. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. Ivan, seriously, you're gonna fill your welfare paper? Yeah. Later on tonight or tomorrow, after I make my video, I'm gonna fill my welfare paper. I'm gonna take it to the office. And I should qualify because I was with welfare before, right? Before I worked at Coco Fruity, I was with welfare for a good like 3 years. Yeah, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Halfway through 2023, I was with welfare. And when my youngest brother bailed on me, that's when I decided to get a job. That way I can make more money because I wasn't making that much money getting welfare. But I'm gonna go back to welfare, that way I can be full time and work on my book, man. I gotta get my book done. I only have to go over 2 more chapters in volume 3, obviously, for my Xanus book. And chances are I will be writing They're Unique too. Obviously, that way I make more money from ABJ. Yeah. Push this back here. Is that better? Yeah. Mix this thing that way. Yash. Yeah. Yeah. So Ivan, Star Wars is not as good as Xanus. No, Xanus will blow the sequel trilogy and the prequel trilogy out of the water. The originals will be pretty close, but even Xanus is better than Star Wars originals. But it will blow the prequels and the sequels out of the water, right? As the sequels, I told you, were a bit of a mess. They had their problems, obviously, and the prequels have their problems too. I like George Lucas prequels, but the prequels have their problems, obviously. Corny dialogue. You know what I'm saying? I think they use way too much CGI in the prequels. It was very computery, obviously, when you watch it. Obviously, but the prequels, even though I like them, they had their problems, obviously. The prequels had their problems, obviously, because George was a one-man show. He did everything himself, and that's why the prequels had their fans. A lot of the fan base didn't like the prequels. The prequels all made money, but the fan base didn't. A lot of fans didn't like George Lucas prequels. Hence why he sold to Disney, because of the prequel hate. A lot of fans didn't like the prequels. Some Sarah. And George Lucas did everything himself. He wrote it solo on his own. He should have co-wrote it, that way he had help. And he also directed it all himself. Whereas the originals, George Lucas co-wrote all his movies, and he had other directors jump in. Obviously, when you see the credits of the originals, George co-wrote all his 3 movies for the originals. That's why they're better quality. They're better written quality. Whereas the prequels, he did everything himself. And I think George Lucas waiting 20 years, he might have lost a bit of his Star Wars touch. His touch with writing. because he waited for like 20 plus years, 17, 20 years for the prequels to come out. George might have lost maybe a bit of his Star Wars touch that he had in the originals, right? Yeah. Because if you make an amazing trilogy and you wait 20 years for the prequels, you can lose a bit of your writing touch and all and stuff, right? I think that's what happened with George, obviously. And George was also older, too. Because when he wrote Star Wars, George was a kid. George was like my age when he directed the first movie. He was like 33 years old. He was a kid. Go watch the videos. He was a young kid, man. Yeah, he was a kid in Star Wars, George, in the first one, right? And then when he did the prequels, he was in his 50s, right? He's older. He was a bit older. He might have lost a bit of his touch, his writing touch, his directing touch. He should have had help. He was a one-man show. Hence why the prequels had their problems, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. The Xanus is better than all the big IPs in Hollywood. As my stepmother told me, it's number one in my book, right? My stepmother told me it's number one. My stepmother told me it's number one in my book. Yeah. Ivan, you're crazy. You think Xanus is better than Zack Snyder's Man of Steel? I guarantee John Campy and Robin and they think I'm crazy. No, John. Xanus is even better than Man of Steel. It blows the Man of Steel story out of the water, man. Yeah. Are you saying Xanus blows most of the IP story out of the water? Yeah. Most of the big IP stories in Hollywood, the story blows all these stories out of the water. Some of them are pretty close. Like The Dark Knight is probably pretty close to Xanus, but even Xanus is better than that. The Matrix 1, you can argue close to Xanus, but even Xanus is better than that. Lord of the Rings, you can argue that's pretty close to Xanus, but Xanus is even better than Lord of the Rings, man. Yeah, Dune 2, masterpiece. Arguably the best movie in the past, 10, 12 years. I agree with John there. John Campia there, right? Dune 2 is probably the best movie that came out in the last 10, 12 years. Because I think Dune 2 is better than all the Marvel movies. It's a fucking masterpiece, Dune 2. Dune 2 was an amazing movie, man. It's a masterpiece. Dune 2 was a masterpiece, man. Amazing movie. Was Dune 1 good? Oh yeah, Dune 1 was amazing too, but Dune 2 was obviously a step up from Dune 1, right? But Dune 1 I enjoyed too. That was really good too. With Jason Momoa and Oscar Isaac. But Dune 2 was better. Dune 1 was good, but Dune 2 was a step up from Dune 1, obviously. I just hope Dune 3 is good, right? Yeah. Dune Messiah. Well, it's called Part 3. Yeah. Samsara? I'm off tomorrow, so tomorrow I can make a video for you guys in the morning. And then I'm going to drink my beer and enjoy showing you guys. Today's my cheat day. I'm probably going to get Snack Shack hot dogs. Yesterday I had Bob Slices. I didn't enjoy it. I watched Prince of Egypt yesterday at night. And the Bob Slices, I didn't really enjoy it. I like pizza slices better than Bob's. Bob Slices are a bit doughy. When they have better fresh slices, but pizza, I like their slices better, right? Yeah. Bob's has good slices too, but it's inconsistent. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. Ivan, seriously, you're going back to Wolford? Yes. I don't want to work anymore, man. I don't mind working part-time at getting my 800 and working maybe once or twice a week. I'm gonna ask the office, can I work like once or twice a week at Denty's? And I collect my $800 and I quit Coco 40 because I don't like wearing Coco 40, man. Coco 40 is too much work, man. Today was fucking busy. It's a lot of work, man. Yeah. I have to mop the whole fucking restaurant. It's fucking busy. Coco 40. I don't like wearing Coco 40 anymore, man. I don't want to work there anymore, man. I just want to focus on my book and collect my checks. Finish Xanus, I write their unique too. I'm most likely going to write their unique. Obviously, and I'll show you snippets of my book, obviously, on my videos. And I'll film myself writing the book. When I type it on my laptop, I'm going to buy a laptop. Obviously. Yeah. But I'm not going to film myself writing on my notebook because I have to concentrate. Me filming myself can distract me from really concentrating because I'm filming myself. So when I write on my notebook, that I don't film. But once I write on my notebook, and I write on my laptop afterwards, that stuff I film. You guys will see me writing my whole book. I'll call it my They're Unique. Ivan's Writing Their Unique series. So now you have three series, right? You have Ivan's Go Through series. When I collect warfare checks, I can do the video every day. And in the morning, I do my main video, and I also have my Their Unique series if I write Their Unique. Yeah. Their Unique will be a masterpiece too. Yeah. And I hope you guys took advice from my video I made last night, right? When I said stop trying to wow the reader with your English words. Nobody cares how good your English words are, man. I'm talking to all you fantasy writers on fantasy writing Reddit. You don't listen, man. You keep trying to wow the reader with your English literature. Wow them with your story and be simple, man. Stop trying to wow them with your beautiful English. That's boring, man. You're gonna bore the reader if you do that. The best way to entertain the reader is just be simple with your fantasy manuscript and just tell a good story. Stop trying to wow the reader with your smart English words, man. As half those words those guys use, I don't even know what they even have to have them even mean. Yeah. I mean, my story is a more entertaining book when you read it, right? Those guys don't get it. They don't listen. They don't listen sometimes. Yeah. So as long as you don't say VJ and she sees hell, the crying will never stop. It will never stop, man. She'll cry every night, all night long, non-stop, man. She's fucking crazy, that woman, man. Even though I have mental issues, I'm fucked up in the head, my brain is fried. At least I'm faithful, and I'm not a fucking crazy woman who fucks guys and cries along to her husband saying she loves him after that. So VJ's a fucking crazy woman. Some Sarah. She's a fucking crazy chick, that woman. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm sorry, VJ. I can't take you seriously when you're crying, man. Because I know you're gonna fuck the guys after that, man. You're a fucking crazy woman. I'm sorry. I like them. It's tough. Yeah, well, when I get a girlfriend, it's tough for me to stay away, too. Yeah, there you go. I'm not happy to do it. No way. You're pissed off in your anger. It's too bad, VJ. I'm not happy to do it, man. No way. Lose the weight, Ivan. And when I do go back to welfare, I can now work out like 7 days a week. I'm gonna get a membership at the pool place, the Olympic pool in downtown Elmer. It's like $50 a year for a membership, and then I can swim there for an hour every day, 7 days a week, and I'll lose weight. And I also have to start eating well now. Only eat the junk food. Only eat junk food maybe once a week or twice a week, and the rest of the week you eat your healthy food at home, obviously. Because I've been eating a lot of junk food lately. I'm still like 260, but I've been eating junk food the past couple of days. Yesterday I had 2 slices of pizza. The day before that I had my 4 burgers at Snack Shack. Snack Shack has amazing burgers, but their burgers are fucking expensive. That's why I always get the hot dogs. Because the hot dogs are only like $23 for 5 hot dogs. Whereas I had 4 burgers with 2 drinks, it was $40. It's fucking expensive Snapchat. They're very pricey over there, yeah. Sorry? Yeah. 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 So VJ cries to you because she doesn't want to miss out on life. Yeah, Victoria Justice knows if I don't save her, she'll be left behind in the Hollywood system with a shitty career, being worth like her 15, $16 million, and she's making like 500K for her movies. And she's also a sellout in the Hollywood system. She's under the gatekeepers in their system, honestly. Whereas I'm out of the system and I have my freedom, and I'm making my what? My 20 billion on my book, my 80 billion off my movie merchant game. I have my billionaire house. I'm the main event around the world. I'm featured on magazines. I have my Skysource big studio bear in Hollywood. And Victoria Justice is left behind Hollywood, and she's missing on that life. Left behind, she'll be crushed, man. Victoria Justice. And if I don't save her, she'll become a crazy, psychotic, like a crazy, psychotic woman, like Bella in New Moon, man. She'll be crying crazy, psychotic tears to me every night, forever. It's never gonna end, obviously. She knows she's never gonna see her husband, who's Y, and yeah, and she knows that she has a sabotage career and she's under the gatekeeper. She doesn't have her freedom, and she'll be seeing hell forever too. She'll be crushed. That's why VJ cries to I think, because she's a crazy woman. Yeah, man. VJ is a crazy psychotic woman. BJ is a crazy psychotic woman, Sarah. Amen. Yeah. So if you're not going to let your money and your power corrupt you, no. When I'm king, I'm going to be a clean businessman to the Hollywood actors and the directors. You don't have to do anything. You get your freedom money. I pay you more money than we're making Hollywood, but you have to work hard for me. That's how it works, right? That's why John Boyega and like Jimo Hansu and Idris Elba and all of them, they might cry when I offer them those millions and they get their freedom with me, man. Like, Ivan, you're paying me all these millions and you're giving my freedom? I'm like, yeah, like, holy shit, Ivan, you're a good man, man. You're a good king. You have all that power and you don't abuse your power, yes. I'm a clean businessman. I don't want to be a dirty businessman like the gatekeepers. I'm not dirty like the fucking gatekeepers. Because I'm not wicked like you guys. Yes, I have mental issues and I have anxiety issues and all that stuff. I have a mental illness. I'm a bit fucked up in the head, but I'm a good man. I'll never make a Hollywood actor pay to make their money. You get your free with me, VJ, but you gotta work hard, man. I'm paying your millions, giving you all these perks. You gotta work hard. All you Hollywood actors and all of you, some saying. And they will. They're gonna work harder for me than they even do in Hollywood. Because I'm paying them way more money when they make in Hollywood. I'm giving them their freedom too. You get to be famous and rich with me and VJ and live that amazing life, and you have your freedom, man. Which is a nice perk, obviously. That's also a perk. Freedom is also a perk, right? And being wealthy, yeah, it's a perk, obviously. No, seriously, John Boyega, Idris Elba might cry when I offer them that contract. Because in Hollywood, they have to do it to make their money, man. That's how it works. In Hollywood, they're all sellouts, man. They're all sellouts to the gatekeeper's Hollywood system, right? And Victoria Justice is a sellout too. That's why she wants me to get her out of the Hollywood system, obviously. Ivan, get me out of the family's wicked Hollywood system. I want my freedom with you. Get me out of here, Ivan. Yeah, Victoria Justice wants me to get her out of Hollywood. She's fucking stupid, man. She got duped by the gates. She's fucking stupid, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why she cries, Ivan. She's a crazy woman. And she loves me a lot. She wants to be with me, right? I'm VJ's baby, right? She wants to see a light. She loves me. She wants to be with me. You know what I'm saying? She's fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go close shot with Ivan. I want to get the high-end cars with Ivan. Buy that jet with Ivan. Incredible jet with Ivan. Build that billionaire house with Ivan. Trend with Ivan. Feature the magazine with Ivan. The commercials. Sign that metal with Amazon with Ivan. Go world touring with Ivan. Travel around the world. Stay at the best foods with Ivan. Go to restaurants, bars, events with Ivan. You know what I'm saying? She's a fucking crazy woman. Do all the parties with Ivan. Yeah, she's crazy. Be queen with Ivan. Control the money with Ivan. Yeah. VJ also wants to control the money with me. But she knows when I get her out of Hollywood, she now controls the money with me. Yeah. Yeah, I wanna make that, I don't know, that 80 billion off the Xanus brand with Ivan. I don't want to be in Hollywood making my 500K, 300K for my movies. Because VJ probably makes 500, 400, 300K for movies in Hollywood. Maybe 700K for movies in Hollywood, whatever it is. She doesn't want to make that. No, she wants to make the billions with the tens of billions, man, for the movie. Fortune game, VJ, right? Hence the financial control. She wants the financial control with me. Because VJ has the keys like me, right? VJ has the keys like me, yeah. 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 So you're gonna be a legend once you pay the fee. Oh yeah. Once I pay the fee and I beat the gatekeepers, everyone around the world's like, yeah, Ivan's a fucking legend, man. He fought the most powerful men in the world. The fucking Gates, man. VJ's family, my family. I fought the most powerful families in the world. I chose to suffer the consequences. I don't bow to them. Because I know they're gonna dupe me and destroy my life if I sell it, man. Yeah, man. I mean, it's scary to die, but you'd rather go through that whore and wake a woman there and have the gates dupe you, right? And the gates also are going to turn me into porn, so they're going to make me pay. If you want BJR refresh yourself, you got to pay a heavy price for that, man. And like, you got to fuck, like, I don't know, like 10,000 women in Hollywood. And you also got to fuck your stepmother and BJ's mother and her sister and all that stuff. I'm like, wow, I'm like 10,000 women. Yeah, I mean, you have to do it, otherwise you're never going to see Victoria Justice. I'm forced to do it. You know, once I see VJ, I feel the price, man. Like, fuck thousands of women. And Victoria Justice fucked thousands of men. And I fuck thousands of women. That's why when I want VJ, I want to feel it, man. I have memory of fucking so many women. You guys are fucking weird people, man. Yeah, man. That's why VJ speaks on me once I pay the fee. She takes her things and she runs with me, man. Yeah. Yeah. Because Victoria Justice knows she paid a price, yeah. Victoria Justice is also going to pay a heavy price with me, too, man. You're going to make both of us pay. Yeah, VJ has to pay to be with Ivan, too. Ivan's special, he's why. Victoria Justice is his wife. That's her husband. She has to pay for it, too, obviously. They both have to pay to be here. That's how it works for it. That's why Victoria Justice really wants to pay the fee, because everything is so messy. I have to just take my things in peace the fuck out. Because I fucked my own stepmother, I fucked VJ's mother, I fucked her sister, her aunt, some of her friends, my brothers and my stepfather, they fucked VJ. And I fuck other members of my family. I know my stepsister, half-sister, my cousins, and everything is so messy. And I also pay the price, and I also suffer the consequences. I just take, after what it did to me throughout my life, I just take my money, I take my wife, and I run the fuck away from that wicked empire that the gatekeepers own. I escape, man. Hence why I'm making the movie The Great Escape. It's a symbol of maybe just life. I escape from the gatekeepers' system. As I'm not selling to your Hollywood system, and I can start my own films to do better in Hollywood. I don't want to be in fucking Hollywood, man. Hollywood is not for me. Yeah. Ivan, you saw it to us, we're gonna make you and VJ into Hollywood stars. My bullshit. You told VJ that, and you fucking duped her. You're gonna dupe me too. And even if you make me into Hollywood star, you're still duping me. You're still stealing all my money and giving me the peanuts. I told you, the gatekeepers will never let me be a billionaire in Hollywood. They won't even let me be worth maybe $500 million. They might let me be worth maybe $80 million in Hollywood, $100 million max, maybe. Yeah, let Ivan make some money, but like keep him under $100 million. Don't let him be worth his billions. That means Tom Cruise and Dwayne Johnson and Keanu Reeves now will be bigger than me and VJ if I sold out in Hollywood, and the gates would dupe me, man. Just like Victoria Justice is not as big as guys like Tom Cruise and Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian and all those guys. And yet VJ has the key. She's much bigger than all those guys. VJ should be a multi-billionaire in Hollywood right now. She's big. She has the key. She's God. Victoria Justice is bigger than Taylor Swift. She's bigger than Kim Kardashian. She's bigger than. She's even bigger than Kanye West. She's even bigger than Kanye West. Yeah. Kanye West is worth $4 billion. Victoria Justice is supposed to be even worth more than $4 billion. She has the keys to the kingdom like me, man. Yeah. The gates stupid shit out of her, man. Yeah, man, they're gonna do me too. You know I'm stupid. Yeah. Victoria Justice is supposed to be bigger than Ariana Grande. And people always say how Ariana Grande has a better career than VJ. Yeah, because the gatekeepers locked the doors on VJ. That's why Victoria Justice is not as big as Ariana Grande. Victoria Justice is much bigger than Ariana Grande. She has the keys like me, right? She's not as big as me, VJ, but she's big too. VJ's big, man. But she's not as big as me, though. Like, if Victoria Justice signed a contract for a movie, it will not be as big as my contract, right? That's my point. Her contract might be maybe, I don't know. My contract is maybe, let's say Victoria Justice did a movie with Amazon. Her deal might be maybe, I don't know, maybe a $10 billion deal or something like that. And my deal is maybe a $14, $15, $16 million deal if I sell my movie for $50. So I'm saying, I mean, she's big, but she's not as big as me. Obviously, don't hate me, I'm saying, you know. Because I'm white, right? I'm God, right? VJ's God too, but she's the spirit of God. I'm God. Obviously. So I'm saying, huh? But me and VJ are pretty much equal in power. Because we both have the keys. But my point is, like, if Victoria Justice did a movie and I did a movie, my movie would have a bit more buzz than VJ's movie. The whole world will pretty much see VJ's movie, but my movie will have a bit more buzz. Because why, obviously? The world will be a little more excited for my movie over VJ's. Because why, right? Don't hate VJ, I'm saying, yeah, but VJ's big too. Obviously. That's why she's gonna tell me, Ivan, are you gonna share that money with me? I'm like, yes, I will, VJ, man. Relax, man. You're fucking evil, man. Ivan, I'm your wife, man. Like, you have to share with me. Yes, VJ, I'm gonna share with you, man. Relax, man. Chill. Yeah, how much money did you have your book, by the way, Ivan? Did you give me that look? I don't know, I made $20 million. You made $20 million off your book, Ivan? I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, holy shit. Are you gonna share that with me, Ivan? I'm like, yes, I will, VJ. Relax, man, you fucking evil woman. Yeah, man, you're fucking evil, man. I'm sorry, man. I want a piece of your billions, Ivan. I want to get my clothes, my shoes, my purses, my makeup. I want to get the cars with you. I want to build that $1 million house with you. Yeah, she's fucking crazy, man. Yeah. I want to start Scotch Entertainment with you. Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah. Are you gonna share your leftover millions, VJ? Yeah, Ivan, I will. Yeah. You have to share it with me too, VJ. That's how it works. So, Sarah, that's how it works, man. Yeah. Me and Beach are gonna own a $1 billion house, man. That's crazy, huh? A $1 billion house. That's like Incredibles 1, man. That's why the Hollywood actors gonna be shocked when they see me and VJ's house, right? When they part of my house, the Zane stars. Oh, Ivan VJ, this is your house. Holy shit, yeah, I have a unheard of house, man. Fucking nice house. And that's why God gave you the keys life. Now we can live that amazing life with VJ, man. Whereby you can own a $1 billion house, man. A $1 billion house is unheard of. That's like Incredibles, guys. What you see in Incredibles 1. Yeah. Everyone, you saw the house underwater? Yeah. For $1 billion, you can build a house underwater in an island and everything, man. There's hundreds of millions going towards the house. But I'm not going to have my house underwater. It'll be built on land, but it's something unheard of. Whereby John Boyega and all them are shocked. Yeah, and those guys are rich, right? I mean, not as rich as me and VJ. Yeah. Everyone else that, man. I'm like, no, John, you get 10. Stop being greedy, Everyone else that, man. I was saying, yeah, I have a not bad impression of John, I know. I also have a not bad impression of Romeo Burnett. I can't wait to get this on 4K. I can't wait to get this on 4K. John Cameron said, I have a not bad impression of Romeo Burnett. I know, John. It was a not bad impression I'm saying, yeah. So Zane's will be a Steelbook box set? Yes. Zane's will be a Steelbook 4K Blu-ray box set. Something beautiful, man. Yeah. How much will you sell it for? $135 I'll sell the box set for. That would mean VJ make a lot of money, right? And that's why 4K Blu-ray is better than theaters. Me and VJ make way more profit. Because if I just release my movies at the theaters, I only make maybe my 15 billion or something like that. Maybe 14, 13 billion off the movie. Because the tickets are only like $17, right? So let's say I had a movie theater and 1 billion people see my movie on, I don't know, 700 million people see my movie. 1 billion people see my movie on theaters. I charge $17. 17 times 1 billion. 9 zeros, right? Yeah, it's only $1.7 billion. And then with the food concessions, yeah, me and Vija will only make maybe a few billion. Yeah, like maybe 3-4 billion off the 3-4 billion for movie tickets for the theaters. Hence why the theater investment is a bad investment. Because to build to handle 1 billion people, you got to build like 8,000 theaters, which will cost me immediately like $26 billion. We'll eventually make our money back, but we're only going to be pulling in maybe $5 billion per movie around there. So after like 3-4 movies, we pay back, we make our money back. That's why 4K Blu-ray is much better. Because I'm selling the box set for $135, I make way more profit. That's why 4K Blu-ray with Amazon is obviously better than the theater chain, obviously, right? That's why I'm not building a theater chain. I'm just gonna sign with Jeff Bezos' Amazon company, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Amazon deal's a mega deal, man. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, $50 billion deal for the movie. $60 billion deal for the movie and merch. It's a huge deal. Yeah. So you're giving Amazon 10%. Yeah, the deal with Amazon is 90-10. Me and VJ get 90. Amazon gets their 10% because I don't want Amazon to dupe me. If I give them 20%, they're going to be pulling in their 20+ billion. They're taking a lot of my money. I don't want Amazon taking any more than like maybe 20, 18, 70 billion of my money. I don't want them duping me, man. I'm already giving you a good chunk of my billions, guys. You're my distributors and you're handling that stress off me. Obviously, I'm gonna make sure you guys get paid, but I'm not gonna have you dupe me and take a good chunk of my money, guys. And Jeff Bezos, Ivan, yeah, 13, 15, 17 billion is a lot of money for my company, Ivan. That's more than what the Hollywood companies do at the box office. Yes, Jeff. It's a good deal. Obviously. I highly doubt it'll be 95.5. It should be 90-10. Because even if me and VJ make 100 billion, Amazon will what? They'll make maybe their $18 billion. So I don't mind giving Amazon $18 billion. Even 20, 17. But anything over 20, man, like, or 18 billion, man, they're duping you, man. You don't want to give them too much of your money. That's why I don't want Jeff Bezos' company duping me, I'm saying. And Jeff Bezos will say, "Oh, that's not money for my company. That's more than that's my number one product seller, Ivan. I know, Jeff. You're making your fucking billions on my movie right now on merch, right?" Hence why Amazon, because they're greedy, they might tell me, "Ivan, charge the fans like $180, $200 for the box set." I'm like, "No, guys, man, you're getting greedy, man. That's a lot of money for the average person." So I'm saying. The Hollywood celeb is going to easily afford $200, but the $200 for an average person is pretty pricey, right? No, I'm going to sell the box set for $135. I don't want to rip the fans off. Ivan, it's you and VJ, man. You're worth like a $200 price. I'm like, yes, I am, but I'm not going to overcharge the fans, guys. You're getting greedy, man. Ivan, wait for money. I'm like, no. I'm selling the 400 box set for $135, guys. You're getting greedy. So I'm saying. And I don't want you guys taking, like, I don't know, $30 billion of my money. You're duping me. Yeah. If I charge $200, me and VJ will make our 100, like 20 billion. Amazon might take maybe $30 billion of my money. And I'm not going to give Amazon $30 billion of my money, man. They're duping me, man. I'm not going to go any higher around that 17 to maybe 20 billion range for Amazon. Anything over that, they'll rip me off. I don't want them duping me and taking a chunk of my money. I'm already giving you guys a good piece of my money. I'm not going to have you take like $30 billion of my money. You're crazy. I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. And you get the news, Ivan Omer and Victoria Justice signed mega 90-10 deal with Amazon. Huge fucking deal, man. It's a massive contract. It's a huge deal. Come on. As if he said, Ivan, cheers. We're going to be movie stars. We signed a mega deal with Amazon. Yeah, we do. We just partnered with the biggest distribution company in the world. Amazon's the biggest distribution company in the world, man. And they're a $1 trillion company. They're huge. Yeah, a $1 trillion company. Biggest distribution company in the world. I believe they're the second or third biggest company in the world. Number one is Apple. Apple's worth like a few $1 trillion. Amazon's worth about that $1 trillion, a bit over $1 trillion a company. Apple's worth a few $1 trillion. They're the biggest company in the world. Obviously. I told you, me and VJ will eventually beat out Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk because we're pulling in our, like, yeah, for Xanus, we're making like our 70, 80, 100 billion off the movie merchant game. And all my other movies, I'm pulling in like my 35 billion, 40 billion. Eventually, after the 5 movies, we'll eventually surpass Jeff Bezos. Or we'll be around his range, right? Because Jeff Bezos will also get richer too, partnering with my company. As Jeff Bezos, because he's a greedy pig, he's guaranteed gonna he's guaranteed gonna pocket some of those billions, right? He makes like 18 billion off Xanus. He might pocket maybe 10 billion of that money because he's greedy. He's a greedy pig, Jeff. Yeah. I'm gonna pocket some of this money, Ivan. You might pocket maybe $10 billion of the money. That's why his net worth will go up too after like the 5 movies. His net worth will skyrocket by like 50 billion plus after he does the 5 movies, right? By the time I do the 5 movies, Jeff Bezos will be an old man. He'll be like 80 in his 80s, right? He'll be old. Jeff Bezos will be old, man. Yeah. After the 5 movies, Jeff Bezos will be in his 80s. He'll be like maybe 85. He's like 60 now, around there, late 50s, 60. So by the time we do the 5 movies, Jeff Bezos will be in his 80s. 80, 85 years old. Jeff Bezos will be old. Yeah. He'll be old, right? So you think you, Vijay, and Jeff Bezos will become good friends? Yeah, me and Vijay are going to become probably pretty good friends with the Amazon CEOs and Jeff Bezos. Guaranteed I'm going to have his number and everything, right? And chances are when Jeff Bezos has parties on stuff, events on stuff, he'll invite me to just the event. He's my business partner, and the Amazon CEOs will invite me too, obviously, most likely, right? The parties on stuff. They might want to do a thing where we go on a vacation, and then we do parties in like different countries, that kind of stuff. Yeah. And they might invite us on stuff. Obviously. Because my business partners, and me and Vijay made them their billions, man, off our movies and merch, right? See, for Xanus, Amazon, we pull in maybe their 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 billion. Well, all movies after that, they're going to make maybe their 7 billion around there. Maybe, yeah, 7 billion. Yeah. 7, 8 billion around. They're still making a lot of money, Amazon, right? A lot of money, yeah. Yeah. So how will it work for the purchase of your movies and your merch? You buy it on my website, but it links to Amazon. You know how some sites they have stuff that link to Amazon? Yeah, it says buy the 4K Blu-ray movie here for $135.99, and you click on that and it links you to the Amazon site. That's how it works. You have to tell the Amazon CEOs that way they know, and tell your website that way you know. Obviously, yeah. Whereas the game, you purchase it on Microsoft and Sony, PlayStation, Xbox. Will be available to purchase for download in the console. That's what I mean. You have to sign a deal with Sony and Microsoft for the game. But for the merchant movie, it's with Amazon. Yeah, that's why me and Vijay are swimming with the sharks. Sony is a fucking huge company. Microsoft is what? Bill Gates' company, a billionaire company. Me and Vijay are signing deals with the sharks, man. Like big fucking corporations, yeah. We're swimming with the sharks, me and Vijay, right? Yeah. And that's why everyone hates with the keys on me, because everyone wish they can live this life, man. I have the keys to the game. I'm gonna be making my billions off my movie merchant game, man. Billions. So I told you, even though the Hollywood actors make they sign mega deals in Hollywood, it's not the kind of money me and Vijay are making, man. The Hollywood actors in Hollywood don't make like their 40, their 60, their 70, 80, 100 billion for a movie contract. For the merchandise, movie, and the game, they don't make that kind of money. They make like their 20, a lot of money, 15, 20, 30 million dollars. But they're not making the kind of money me and Vijay are making. Me and Vijay are making our billions, man. It's a fucking huge mega deal. It's a huge contract. And that's why I'm going to call it the big deal in the documentary. With Amazon, right? Me and Vijay with Amazon, yeah. Some sign on. That's why me and Vijay are living the life, man. We're movie stars, we're making runner, we're living a multi-year life. We're making all that money for our movie. You also have the speaking fee money, which is also like millions of dollars, right? You each are making back, man. Yeah, yeah. Remember with the cigar and their Instagram live video? Yeah, I'll fight him soon. Yeah. Yeah, man, those Hollywood actors are puny compared to you. Yes, man, the Hollywood Xanus stars, Great Escape stars are very puny compared to me. They're very small compared to me. There's a reason why I'm making way, way more than them. Even though they sign mega deals, their contract is pocket change compared to me, just contracts and Sarah. Like Keanu Reeves signed a $200 million deal for the Great Escape. That's a fucking mega contract. But it's pocket change compared to me, just contract. Me and just sound like our 15 to 16 million deal for the movie. Obviously. And if you include the game and the merch, me and VJ signed maybe our 35 million deal for the Great Escape around there. For the movie merchant game. So compare the 35 million me and VJ are making for the movie merchant game to Keanu Reeves' $200 million. It's pocket change, right? Hence why the agents and managers want to be your cut of the pie, because they're greedy pigs, obviously, in Hollywood. But you're not getting more money, guys. I'm not going to have you do it, man. No way. I'm not going to overpay these guys and have them do these, Sarah. Yeah. Keanu Reeves' agent might push for even $500 million for Keanu Reeves. Yeah, I'm like, look, man, Keanu Reeves is not worth it. I'm not going to pay him $500 million. He gets his 130, 135, 140. And he gets his 47 million base. I can pay him 12 million for the game, and you can give him his like 8 million for the merch. He signed his 200 plus million deal, man. Yeah, mega contract for Keanu Reeves. He's like, it's a deal, Ivan. The way he talks him, son. Yeah. I'm still working on my Keanu Reeves impression. I don't have that good of a Keanu Reeves impression right now, right? Yeah. He let Smith cock himself onto me. Yeah. Not that good, obviously. But I'm very good at the John Mayer and Ron Burnett one, I'm saying. I can't wait to get this on 4K. I can't wait to get this on 4K. It's a dumb one, I'm saying. It's a dumb one. I don't know it's that one. I'm saying, yeah, the way John Mayer talks. But the Keanu Reeves one, I'm working on that one, right? Yeah. But Keanu Reeves, he has a very beautiful voice, man, when he speaks. That's why he steals the show in all his movies, obviously, Keanu Reeves. Because he has that beautiful voice, right? He has like a powerful, beautiful voice. Same as Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson has a beautiful voice, too, when he speaks in his movies. That's why those guys steal the shows in their movies, obviously. Especially Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves steals a show in all his movies, right? Yeah, he's a very, very iconic actor, obviously. Especially John Wick, The Matrix. That's why their agents might tell me, Ivan, like, this is Keanu Reeves. You know how big this guy is? I'm like, guys, man, in Hollywood, he may be big, but in my movie's not the main event. I'm not going to have Keanu Reeves do like that, man. I'm not going to overpay him and have him do that, man. So I'm saying, you're getting greedy, guys. Ivan, what about like $2 million for the promos for Keanu Reeves? I'm like, no. Keanu Reeves gets $400K. I'm not paying him more than $400K for the promos. For the magazine pictures, I'm saying. Yeah. Ivan, what about like 12 million base for the game and a nice like 50 million of the game for Keanu Reeves? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have you do that, man. Keanu Reeves, I'm not gonna overpay Keanu Reeves, have him do me, man. Ivan, it's nothing, man. You're gonna make your billions off this. I'm like, Keanu Reeves, that's not the point. The point is you're not worth any more than this. So I'm not gonna have you doing that. I'm sorry. I'm paying you enough, man. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, give you a deal, Keanu Reeves. I'm saying he signs that contract. You get the news. Keanu Reeves signs a mega deal for the Great Escape, and all the Hollywood actors like, holy shit, Keanu Reeves signed a 200 like 10 million deal for the Great Escape. It's a huge deal, and it comes with the perks too. And you also have speaking earnings, which can range from 2 to 4 million in speaking, right? Yeah, the actors are gonna make their 2 million plus for speaking, because I'm gonna tell the venues to charge the fans $80. That way the Hollywood actors make more money. So they're gonna make their 2 million plus in speaking. I did the math right. 2 million plus in speaking to even 3.5, 3, even 4 million speaking, right? It just depends how big the venues are. Because some venues might have 80,000 fans. So the actors make their like 55, 60K, right? So let's say I have a venue of 80,000 fans. And and they charge the fans $80. So 80 times 80 grand. 80,000 people, right? That's $6.4 million they made. So what's divided by 2? What's that? So the organizers take 3.2 million. Me and VJ take 3.2 million. So if me and VJ make 3.2 million, me and VJ can take $1.8 million. And I split the rest with the actors. Sorry, me and VJ we can take $2 million. And I split 1.2 million with the actors. So 1.2. Is that right? Yeah. 1.2 million divided by 16 people. The actors make $75,000 for that one event. Yeah, but me and VJ are taking me the money. You see what I'm saying? How the actors are getting paid? At some of my venues might have 80,000 fans. So if the venue charges the fans $80, I'll tell them to charge the fans $80, and they make $6.4 million. Me and VJ take 3.2. We take $2 million. We split 1.2 million with the 16 actors. The actors made $75,000 for that one event. That's why I told you it can range from 2 to 3.5 to even 4 million in speaking. It just depends how big the venues are. Because maybe all my venues might have 50,000+ fans. If all my venues have 50,000+ fans and 70, 80, 100, the actors are going to pull in their 4 million speaking. Even perhaps more, 4.3 million speaking. They can make a lot of money in speaking in Hollywood actors. That's why the speaking fee deal is a huge deal for the Hollywood actors. They're getting paid. So John Boyega might make even his 4 million in speaking, right? For Xanus, yeah, and that excludes his his huge massive contract, man, that he's making, man. He's getting paid. That's why they're gonna beg their ass, man. My company blows out of the water, man. I can pay the Hollywood actors more money. In Hollywood, they make like $75K, $200K for Comic-Con, right? Hollywood actors. Yeah. My company will blow out of the water, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I can do the math. Let's say I speak at 80 places and 50 of those places have, let's say, 50,000 fans, and the other 30 have 80,000 fans. I can estimate here. So $80 times 50,000. That's 4 million. So the organizers get 2 million. Me and VJ get 2 million. If I make 2 million, me and VJ could take 1.2 million. 1.3 million. We split 700 here with the actors. So 700,000 divided by 16. The actors make $43,750 for one event, man. So times 50, how much is that? The actors made $2.1 million. $2.1,800,750,000. It's pretty much 2.2. I'll round it off to 2.2. And I said the other 30,000 places have 80,000 fans. So the actors make 75K, like I calculated before. 75,000 times 30, how much is that? That's 2.25 million. So the actors are making they're 4 million plus in speaking earnings. So John Boyega, Jimo and Zuni's album might make even 4 million speaking for the Xanus World Tour. And that's just for speaking, man. And you also get the perks for that too. Flying on my private jet, staying at the suites. Yeah, they're getting paid, man. They're getting paid. They're getting paid, the Xanus stars, man. They're getting paid. That's why they're gonna beg. I'm out of the water. John Boyega tells Oscar Isaac, Adam Jarvis, yeah, man, I made like 4 million speaking. You make $4 million just for speaking? Yeah, man, I make $4 million in speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? That came with perks too and the crazy fame. Yeah, I stay at like luxury hotel suites. I flew on Ivan and VJ's Incredibles private jet, and they took us out to nice buffet restaurants, and we had like our limo services and everything. And the fans are crazy in each city. You make $4 million just for speaking, John Boyega? Yeah, I make $4 million, and that excludes my already rich, my rich contract. I also got a $2,000 gift right after that too. I'm like, holy shit, man! I was coming bulls out. Wow, you make $4 million speaking. Like, we don't even. Some of us don't even make this for our movie contracts. I know. The actors speaking though for my company is bigger than some of their movie contracts in Hollywood, man. That's why my company blows out of the water. Yeah. And me and VJ will pull in our probably 20 million around there in speaking. If we have like venues of 50,000, 80,000 fans, me and VJ will pull in our 21 million dollars in speaking around there. Yeah. It's a lot of money, man. Yeah. Samsara? That's why Peter Jackson wants a bigger chunk of that. Man, I think I get more of that. I'm like, no, Peter, man, stop being greedy. You're gonna make your $4 million. That's enough. Yeah, but I deserve a bigger chunk of this, man. I deserve to get paid more than the actors. Yeah, because if Peter knows he'll make $4 million speaking, he'll now want to make maybe his $6-7 million speaking. He's a greedy pig. He wants a bigger cut of me and BJ's money. I'm like, no, Peter, man, you got to equal amount of the actors. It's a deal I would make. So, yeah, but you're gonna make like your $2-3-4 million speaking, man. That's a lot of money for you, Peter. That's a lot of gold. I know, Peter. Can I get more of that? I'm like, no, Peter. Stop being greedy. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. And that's why the Hollywood actors, agents, and managers, they want a cut of that pie, man. Because they know if the actors make $4 million, they make $400K off the actors. That's a lot of money, right? Yeah, even if John Boyega goes speaking and he makes his $4 million, we want our cut of that, our 10% cut. Yeah, you guys get your 10% cut of all of John Boyega's earnings. But his $1,300 gas card and his $2,000 gift card, you don't touch that card. You're not touching that money. I'm sorry. Yeah. And some of the Hollywood actors might be pissed off. They have to give 10% of their earnings to the agents. I'm like, yeah, guys, the agents sign a contract. You have to give them 10% of your earnings, right? Yeah. Whereas me and VJ, we don't have agents. So all that money goes to us, obviously, because we're the boss. We don't need agents, right? Me and VJ don't have agents. Yeah. But the Hollywood actors are represented by managers and agents. The managers and agents have to get paid, right? Yeah. Yeah. What I can do is I can tell the organizers, rent a venue of 50,000 to 80,000 fans. That way you make more money. The actors make more money. You can do that, right? Tell them that. You don't have to tell them that, but chances are my venues might even be packed with 50,000+ fans, right? I'm a son of God. I'm very famous and popular. So I might have venues with even 50,000 fans, man. Like a huge stadium. A huge venue of like 50,000 fans. It's crazy, man. Yeah. That's why you're going to see John Boyega. Hey, guys, I'm about to get called out. And they're like, I give you John Boyega. And you see the fans roaring. Woo! And John Boyega, he films it. Holy shit, man. It looks like John Boyega's having a blast for his movie. Yeah, the whole guys feel like shit. He posts it out on his social media. Yeah, that's why they're going to beg their ass off, man. But you're not here for the grace of God. When you say that, so I'm not happy to do it. Like, no way. Well, John Boyega and Idris Elba are actually really good for all my movies, except for they're unique. I'm not going to be signing them, otherwise they're going to piss off a lot of actors and agents in Hollywood. It's not fair to the Hollywood actors. You guys can't be selfish, I'm sorry. But John Boyega knows I need to pay more. I need to pay John Boyega his 11.5 for The Great Escape, give him 11.8, 12 million in royalties, 2.5 million for the game. He gets his 4 million speaking. He signed like his 29 million deal, 28 million deal. John Mayer does not make $20 million. That's why he'll beg. He knows I can pay him more and give him better perks, right, John Mayer? That's why he's like, please, Ivan VJ, please. I'm saying, yeah, they're begging hard, singing stars, Hollywood singing stars. It's crazy, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm not resigning you, John. You can't be greedy and selfish, I'm sorry. Yeah. John Vega might cry when he begs because he was saved and I got my houses and my company blows hella wide. It's like Incredibles. Well, even tell me, Ivan, man, like, seriously, man, I'm not lying, man. I don't want to fucking go back to the houses, man. I want to work for you for the rest of my life. I know, John, but you can't be selfish, man. You have to think about other actors in the house. It's not just about you. Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, Daisy really felt like shit. They want an opportunity to be my greatest game. You can't be selfish, John, but John doesn't care about the Hollywood actors and he's selfish. The Zane stars don't give a shit about the Hollywood actors. Ivan, fuck those actors, just resign us. I'm like, no, guys. You can't be selfish, Sarah. You can't be selfish, guys. Have a beer. Yeah. So VJ will be understanding of the payment structure. Yeah, Ivan, it's fair. We should pay the Hollywood actors this money because we're going to make way more than yeah, VJ, we're going to make our tens of billions. It doesn't hurt to make sure the Hollywood actors get paid, right? Considering we're making way more than them, obviously. They still sign mega deals, right? Those are massive contracts, man. They don't make that in Hollywood, yeah. 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 That's why all the executives in Hollywood are gonna feel like shit because they can't compete with me and VJ's company, right? Yeah, sorry guys, we can't compete with Ivan and VJ's company. Their movie film profits is in the tens of billions. We can't compete with their company, guys. We only make like our 100, 200 million if our movie's a huge hit. We're limited in how much we can pay the Hollywood actors. Whereas Ivan can easily pay you your 80, your 100, your 140, your 135 million, your 200 million easily. Because his movies are doing tens of millions in net profits for the 4K Blu-ray sales on Amazon, right? The beautiful 4K Blu-ray copy sold on Amazon, yeah. Because Blu-ray is not really box office, right? It's film profits. That's why in the contract they get a piece of the film profits. I'm not going to say box office because 4K Blu-ray is not necessarily box office. Tickets is box office. My company is not a theatrical company. It's a straight to 4K Blu-ray company, obviously. Which is better. I have more room to pay the Hollywood actors more money, right? I make way more profit off 4K Blu-ray than tickets, right? Yeah. Yeah. Whereas the Hollywood companies, they have theatrical release. They also have home video sales too. But their home video sales are not doing the kind of money me and VJ's movies are doing. Hence why the executives in Hollywood, they can't compete with me and VJ's company, man. I'm sorry, guys, we can't compete with Ivan's company. As I guarantee you, Hollywood will be throwing Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Scarlett Johansson a lot of offers, but they might throw them maybe 15, 20 offers around there. And they give them perks, and they might give them maybe 25 million of the release of the movie. Yeah, sorry, guys, we can't compete with IMVG's company, man. And Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson like, yeah, guys, fuck all. I'm working for Ivan. Ivan can easily pay more money than what you guys can pay me. And he's giving me much better perks that you guys can give me, yeah. I don't want to be left behind. I want to be saved. He's also clean, too. He's not dirty like you guys, right? I don't have to do anything. Whereas in Hollywood, you guys make us do it. Because Hollywood is dirty, right? It's dirty over there, yeah. Don't hate them, then, yeah. So Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are greedy. Oh yeah, they're greedy. Their agents might push for 150 million. I'm like, no, guys, you're getting greedy. Ben Affleck gets 75. I can pay him 78, a bit more to keep him happy. And Matt Damon, I can pay him his 82. I have what about 150 for Matt Damon? I'm like, no, he gets 82. Then Ben, you can pay him his 22 million salary for his base, and a 14 million bonus. And Matt Damon, you can pay him 24. And he gets a 50 million signing bonus. That's a good deal for Matt Damon. And 82 million of the film profits. Then Matt Damon, you can pay him 8 million for the game. What about 8 million for the game for Matt Damon? A nice like 30 million of the royalties. I'm like, no. Stop being greedy, guys. I'm not gonna overpay Matt Damon and have him do like that, man. No way. He already signed his one like 33 million deal. That's good enough. He doesn't make it all. He makes like his 20, 25, 12 in Hollywood. He's still alive, and I would make it all. Yeah, Matt Damon signs that contract with the Great Safe. Yeah, that's for contract, Matt Damon. Yeah. And Ben Affleck signed a similar deal. He signed like a 1, maybe 30. Matt Damon signed maybe 133. He's making maybe 3 million more. But you also have the speaking earnings, which is I don't know 2 to 4 million speaking. So they signed it. Yeah, Matt Damon signed maybe a 137 million deal. Ben Affleck signed like his 134 million deal because you have the speaking money too, right? Which is from like $2 million to $4 million in speaking, around there. 2+ million speaking, 3 to 4 million in speaking. Yakas make for my company, right, for the world tour speaking earnings. Some saying, and that's why you have to provide the Hollywood actors with their Ziploc bags. That way they can store all their 80 checks in there. And when you guys want to go downstairs and have a drink with your co-stars at the bar and all stuff, or go swimming, go to the gym, go to the theaters, go to the store and get clothes for your kids and your wife and all stuff, your girlfriend, make sure you put your checks in a safe place in your briefcase. Don't leave it out lying around, as the attendants can steal your checks. I'm sorry. They can steal your checks, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd be careful of that stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. And you have to bring your passports, guys. If you forget your passport, make sure you have your passport with you when you meet up with me and VJ at the private jet in Vancouver for the world tour. If you forget your passport, I have to send you back home, and you're not going to go world tour with me, and you're missing out on all the fun. So don't forget to bring your passports. As the customs, they check, even though we have VIP when flying privately, the customs still check our bags, your bags and everything, and they also check your passport. They check all that, yeah. And so make sure you bring your passport. So if your passport is not renewed when in the beginning of the movie project, make sure you renew it before the world tour. Obviously, make sure you guys renew your passport. Obviously, me and VJ have to make sure we renew our passports. Some Sarah, if it's expired. Otherwise, you can't fly me on the world tour, man. They're gonna check your passport and all your bags too, right? The customs check that stuff, yeah. In every city we land, every country we land, they're gonna check the plane, check your bags, check your passports. Yeah. We get VIP. We don't have to wait hours in line in the airport, but you still have customs for private flights too. They check your plane, they check your whole plane. That way, you don't have any illegal stuff in there, and they also check all your bags, and they also check your passport too. So make sure you bring your passport, and I'll provide you with the Ziploc bags. I'll tell my secretaries to give the Hollywood, tell their agents, Skywriters will provide the Hollywood actors with Ziploc bags where they can store all, I don't know, their 80 checks. Because if you have 80 checks lying around in your hotel room worth like $4 million, the attendants can easily steal some of that, man. We live in a corrupt world when it comes to money. People can steal your stuff. So listen to me, guys. Make sure you put it in a safe place when you leave your hotel room. When you're hanging out in the hotel and everything, you can leave your checks lying around, obviously. As the actors won't steal each other's checks. But for when you're leaving your hotel room, when the attendants are going to clean your room, put it in your briefcase where they can't see it. Otherwise, they can steal your money, guys. If they steal your money, I'm not recompensating you, Sarah. Because all those attendants who clean the rooms, they probably make like $50K a year, and yet they can be envious because the Hollywood actors are rich and then they made their tens of millions off my movie. They made like their $4 million in speaking. They can steal your checks, guys. If they steal it, I'm not recompensating you. As that's part of the contract, I'm not going to compensate you if your check gets stolen or lost, right? So put it in your Ziploc bags. Don't listen to me. I'm going to tell my secretaries to tell their agents that, right? And that's why Scotch will blow all out of the water and what? And Xanus will be the best finds ever written. And the best movie shows ever made. And The Greatest Hit will also be an amazing movie too with Keanu Reeves. Anyways, there's we are. I talked for an hour and 31 minutes. That's good enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Stay tuned. I'll make my video tomorrow morning for you guys. And tomorrow I'll do my go through series, perhaps. Yeah. Tomorrow I'll do my go through series. I'll go over my volume 3 book. And stay tuned Thursday. I'm vlogging with Tony at the bar. That's gonna be a very interesting video. This is Harbor. I'm signing off. Peace, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Peace out, guys. Don't hate me, son. Skip the video. Don't laugh aloud.